Tell you what, if Susan Boyle doesn't watch her attitude, I'm gonna have to.
I tell you, the gang is after.
The world is after Susan.
What gang gets together and goes, let's see who can harass it? I tell you what, there's that singer from Britain's Got Talent, Susan Boyle. Something about her gripes me.
Wait, how's she going, Greg?
You'll stop it. Stop throwing. What are you doing? Stop it, I'm just. Why are you throwing at me? You remember, I mean, it was shocking when she
It was. When she comes out there all of a sudden she's... And you're like, whoa. What's that?
Y'all, I hate to say it, but her entire thing was...
I'm ugly and I can sing.
I'm not.
Seriously, same voice
Yeah.
on a good-looking person as she gets famous. Well, she doesn't have to be beautiful, just normal, and sings like that. Probably not.
So you don't think she looked normal?
Well, her head's a little square, but I mean, we all have features about ourselves. Right?
We all have features.
This bakery says if you ask us as followers of Jesus to put two same-gender people on top of a cake and acknowledge and condone another marriage standard other than God's standard, we cannot do that in our faith.
They would even bake them a cake and let them put the thing on top.
Right, yeah. That's like you trying to tell an artist that they have to paint some sort of art that would be in violation of their religion. You know what I mean?
Am I the one thing Bryce Harper looks kind of like some type of animal or something?
He looks kind of like a lion or something.
Yeah. Ooh, what's corn? Ooh, this looks good, y'all. Ooh, corn dip and chips.
Who double dipped the chip?
No,
Greg's been double
dipping. You double dip. You ever catch a double dipper?
You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again. So? That's like putting your whole mouth right in the dip.
What was the tweet? I didn't see it, Rick. What was it?
The president comment on the ratings beat down. By the way, that's the president.
We actually had some good ones, and they really didn't bite. But one of them couldn't hear.
Dalmatians are crazy, man.
They
Dalmatians are crazy.
Hyper. Goodness gracious, Hyper.
I mean, you see them as these like work dogs in fire trucks all the time, but
Why did the Dalmatian get to be the fire truck dog?
That's why my dad was a fireman. That's why we had.
You know, I wonder why
Nice.
became the fire truck dog.
You'd think you'd want a more well-behaved. If I'm trying to put out a fire, I don't want a Dalmatian that's deaf running around everywhere. You know?
but they look good just
They
sitting
do
in
look
that
good.
truck.
Oh, Dalmatians, I know. There's a lot of dogs, by the way, that look sharp, but they're handfuls.
Yep.
They ain't nothing better than a yellow mutt that you don't know who his mama was or his daddy. Those are by far the best dogs. Pure breeds are a nightmare.
They really are.
I mean, to me, that dog's invisible. And I'm serious.
There are racist dogs.
No, I'm serious. There's dogs that if they ain't around.
Franklin. When I first got Franklin, he was racist. Now we're changing him. I had movers come. All kinds of the two white movers, no problem. And then the black guy gets out of the truck. Franklin's like, "Wrong, wrong." I'm like, Franklin, you racist.
Eddie Van Adler got his camera.
Yep. That's a bad voice crack, by the way. Did you hear that?
My voice cracked yesterday at the house. Terry, I think dinner was ready or something, so I was calling the boys up. And my voice did something on the C of JC. I went, JC! Whatever.
But let me say this. Before we all gasp, okay, we had a guy that claimed he had, because of his service to our country, you want to get votes and love him, that he now has a stutter, but when he sings, he doesn't stutter.
Yeah.
And he faked the stutter. So
Didn't they find out he
we're
didn't even get
Mel
injured?
Tillis,
right?
No, so before we gasp and think no one would do this, that happened.
So you're deaf?
Yes, I lost all my hearing when I was 18 years old.
All right, so we go now to her going to sing. She has her shoes off so she can feel
Speaks
the
very
vibration.
clearly, by the way.
I don't feel the way I used to.
All right, I don't know enough about this challenge. We've had many musicians who were blind that could sing and play.
Right.
Many.
Right.
Do we have on record anybody that can sing that well and stay on pitch and speak that clearly that cannot hear what they're doing? Heather Whitestone may have been the most incredible deaf person, and she didn't talk that good.
Does Heather Whitestone
And hers was
win
limited
Miss
to
America if she can hear? Correct? I go to you.
Do what?
Don't put this on. Right.
Greg, you already said it, buddy. Greg, you just asked a question.
I'm not saying that.
You just asked a question. You're not saying
The answer. No, I don't have a problem with the answer. The answer is no, and here's why. Because that's what made her incredible.
Exactly.
She had overcome this challenge. Yeah. Her dancing was beautiful. When you're watching that dancing, here's a person that can't hear the music, that is going with the vibrations and is dancing beautifully. What's wrong with that being the thing that moved you to want her to represent your country?
Her doing that dance.
What's wrong with that? That's not a negative.
That dance with her disability and somebody else doing that same dance makes hers that much more.
Right, and it makes her more incredible because she's had to overcome something the other people don't. That's not a negative. It makes her more impressive. Right. It does.
One time there was this deaf guy that came around that was selling Band-Aids. You ever? I mean, he was rude about it. He would stick them in your face and like point at the table, wanting you to buy them from him.
Don't put me in this. Part of it.
He would come up, you'd be eating, he'd throw them down and go, and start banging on the table, like, buy these Band-Aids. I was like, buddy, I mean, you ain't got to be rude about it.
Put me in this.
Fill in your meal, start banging on your table, pointing at his Band-Aids, wanting you to buy them. Oh, well, I thought maybe he was faking it. So when he turned to walk off, I screamed, see if I could startle him. He never even moved. So he was legit deaf, but he was rude. He was a rude deaf guy selling Band-Aids. That's a true story. It's true. Has nothing to do with being deaf. Nothing.
But if we corrected all the missayings we do, we wouldn't even have a segment.
No. Of course, we're products of government education, so that's right. But what we didn't get was a well-rounded education. Our education is not well-rounded. One area, we're right up here. The problem is the other areas, we're not here, we're down here. You know what I mean? It's right. One of it is our grammar and words and our knowledge of the English language. We're grown men. We're 50-something years old, whatever. And I mean, we speak horribly. We do. I mean, terribly. We do. Well, I've noticed if you say things with confidence, people think you know what you're talking about.
If y'all had a secret handshake, what would it be? Go.
Greg,
You can learn to handshake good. Go here, 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 here.
We got to do something.
And then we'll jump
here.
He can't use any of this.
So you lose your glasses and you're like, my glasses! And then I'm like, oh!
No.
Alright, so everyone hated it. That's fine. I'm not saying it has to be that.
Please look at it.
Go. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, he's just schooling you right now, man.
There it is.
Stop! Oh!
There's a lot of people who can sing like that girl, but she's
The girl on American's Got Talent's faking.